Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Shirley with Spirit of Matter episode dedicated to studying my tea. And this is passion fruit, for those of you who may recognize, and this is made from the flower. So I'm going to kind of, without further ado, first of all, for the astrology lovers, let's check the current planets for when do I begin to air this episode. It is a Saturday, so Saturn day, where I am at. So this is Arad, Israel, not the Romania Arad, which I saw was also very beautiful, but the little city by the Dead Sea. So sun hour, which makes sense because passion fruit, as you have seen, is um, very much a sunny fruit. It is, um, it literally looks like the sun, right? It shines like the sun. And the ascendant here in this chart is ruled by Venus. So Libra ascendant, middle decan, ruled by Venus, with Venus in Gemini in the ninth house. So flowers, Venus, beauty, and ninth house. So studying the beauty of a flower. And in this particular one of a tea, the midheaven is right on Mars. So, and Mars is in Cancer. So my assumption is that, and I haven't checked I know passion fruit and the tea is calming. So that's probably a thing to do. With the midheaven being on Mars, I guess I will find out some things to do with Martian, so maybe reducing inflammation and perhaps even cancer reduction, which I already know is associated, so you can say that's a cheat. Okay. So the midheaven ruled by the moon here. The moon is in 27 degrees of Leo. Leo happens to be my sixth house. So I was talking about the health, like healthcare, medical system, philosophically, practically all day long since I woke up. So you've seen the video, but I'm not surprised. And so the moon is trining Jupiter. For those of you who do not like the astrology part and are only here for the tea, I will try to make a timestamp for skipping the videos to the part where I just begin to study my tea. So the moon is trining Jupiter, separating from a trine to Jupiter. Jupiter, thank you, Krasiatasia, for telling us that Jupiter became visible. I believe yesterday it was. And so Jupiter brings a lot of merit, a lot of fruit, to speak, so to speak. And now I don't want to, and the sun hour is of course not only associated with the flower, but also with vitamin absorption. It's good to eat things on the sun hour, even if it's a Saturday, because it contributes absorption. So now let's get to the nitty gritties. 3:55 and 3:55. I hope I will remember that to put the timestamps. Passion tea is excellent source of vitamin C that helps support the immune system, prevent gum disease, and protect free radical damage. So they have antioxidants, vitamin B, folate. Okay, so let's see. First of all, let's see what is it made of, and are we talking about the same substance? One, do they make it from the flower? Oh, they call it hibiscus tea. Hibiscus flowers? No, but this is okay. So this is absolutely not what I was talking about. It looks like a great tea, but it's not the one. Passion fruit tea. Oh, that's the one. So this one is passion fruit tea, and I did not use black tea. I just used strictly the flowers. Pieces of passion fruit. Okay, so they make it with the pieces of the fruit, which which is not what I did. I eat the fruit and sometimes drink it with water. Passion fruit flower tea. Mind you, noted, they're looking for that. Oh, I know, passion fruit flower tea benefits. Now that passion flower tea. Okay, I believe this is it. This is Healthline. Let's say what they say it's made of. So sunflower, sunflower, passion flower. Okay, so now they're genuinely talking about this type of tea that I make. So 500 known species of the plant, which is a lot of benefits to go around. It's said to help with insomnia, anxiety, hot flashes. Is something to do with Mars? So hot flashes, which is Mars associated, heat disease are Mars associated, pain, and more. Of course, the usual disclaimer, I'm not your doctor, and even if I'm a holistic health practitioner, we're not in a consult. You know, the rest. Increasing GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid in the brain. So this is a naturally occurring amino acid that reduces activity in the central nervous system, which results in relaxation, enhanced mood, better sleep, and pain relief. I don't know how do the passion flowers said to increase GABA. So you might want to look deeper into it. I know that, for example, if you take things that are supposed to increase GABA or is like GABA inducing stuff, that usually is not absorbed because of the blood-brain barrier. Okay, so when blood enters, blood-brain barrier basically, how should I say it? It's a filter. It filters things through. So filtering things through the brain, through the blood. So not everything gets in. So that means that even if you take certain vitamins, they say, oh, this is GABA, it's not going to be absorbed because of the blood-brain barrier. The study suggests that passion flower somehow helps to increase GABA. I don't know if they associate it with increasing of natural production of GABA in the brain or whatnot. So maybe it has been found to be, and there will be a magical, like I will study also the magical properties, so you might want to skip to that if that's what you're interested in. So it has been found to be successful treatments for the symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder, with less side effects compared to benzodiazepines. And here, well, is passion fruit tea calming? Well, there is something that you always need to remember. There is a medical dosage of every herb, and that, like you, I'm not a herbologist, so I couldn't prescribe that to you. You would need to see an MD, okay, naturopath. And then if you take that dosage, that's supposed to help, which can absolutely be the case for many people. So again, so they say, but what I made was not anywhere near the medical dose for that. It can still be calming, but it's not like a medical dose of passion fruit, I think, or maybe it is and I don't know it. Effective in reducing the intensity of menopausal hot flashes. So this is interesting because I'm always half channeling and I was kind of guided to go to my garden. We have the passion flower growing, and if you trim, okay, if let's say there are 3 passion flowers right now growing, then you take one of them and you put it, you know, you can do teas with that, you can dry it and make art or epoxy art with that. That helps the plant to grow more fruit, to grow more flowers, and thereby growing more fruit. So I was guided to do that, and it made me happy. So I was just like, oh, this is just a lovely recreational thing to do. And I am in my moon days, so that might be a bit of a beyond the pleasure of gathering it myself. So that again, hot flashes is another, menstrual blood is another related issue. So Mars in the midheaven with Cancer is something that denotes or like it shows I'm doing this right now and why I'm talking about this right now. So and again, I don't know how does it reduce the intensity of menopausal hot flashes. If you have had an experiment with that, then you can tell me if it works for you. For a restful night's sleep, try sipping a cup of passion flower tea before bed. It acts as a mild sedative. So, in it right now, I really like the taste. I put some honey in it. And I know I probably did not put the honey in the exact temperature that you're supposed to. I'm a human being. I'm on my moon days. Relax. Um, I like the taste. I don't know, like any tea is calming, and passion flower is known to be calming. So, yeah, perhaps I will be less of a bitch to people around, but there are no people around right now. I have isolated myself correctly for the time. Studies in mice show that passion flower had positive benefits on sleep quality, which is good news since roughly 70 million US adults may experience sleep issues. Good. Like, we definitely need to go to our gardens and grow passion flowers and pick them up and um, make teas with that, and that in itself is calming and helping. If you do, okay, I was talking to a person who's actually the founder of mattress company here in Israel, and I was in between houses when I was just going to just like not take a nap but just sit somewhere. We were talking, and I was a very sociable person. So he said that the way he sees sleep, he says it's not the mattress. It's about doing the right thing. If you do the right thing, you get a good night's sleep. If you're not doing the right thing, then that can bug you. Okay? So of course, if people have like nightmares, I know that astrologically that can happen. If people have certain traumas, yes, absolutely, that can happen. But I was just thinking about it in the context of, yes, going to my garden and picking up some passion flowers and boiling them and trying to see if I can paint with the flowers. That is very much the right thing to do right now. So definitely just doing that will get a good night's sleep. And so I can understand how a person who has not, done that with all the process that I did might not get as much benefit from just drinking the tea, or maybe they will. Um, but there is a certain ritual from a holistic point of view that we look at that, yes, not everybody has passion flower growing in their yard. Um, but if you do get to grow the fruit or grow the herb and then tend to it and then pick the flowers and engage with the process, then of course you get more benefit by the relation that you form with the herb. And this is also important. It's not that herbology will not work for you. I don't think that's the case. Yes, what is it? Yes, darling. It's more that um, the more you enhance your experience with the herbs, the more you spend time with them, the more they affect you because they're just there. So, from a holistic point of view, you can say, from them, I'm connecting with the plants. Um, and from a cognitive point of view, you could say, well, if I focus on something, then I learn more and more about it. This is just natural. So steep in dried passion flower. I used fresh ones. In boiling water, passion flower tea is mild in flavor with the grassy earthiness that can be sweetened with the floral honey. So I just put honey, which is floral, like it's not made out of cows. And I love this tea. So 2 grams of dried passion flower, 1 cup of hot water, honey, and you steep it for 6 to 8 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes, which is going to be my next cup. Drink 1 cup of tea made with 1 tablespoon of dried passion flower per night for at least 7 days to feel the effect. So they say it takes about a week for the herb to work. And that kind of reminds me of the type of pills people take for, um, how shall I say it, when they deal with the life crisis and they get depressed or they get manic or they get whatnot. So the kind of medications that are given to these people, they always are said to affect you after a while of consumption. A week is actually a very good, like a very good beginning, because anything nutritional, we have to get used to it, and then we have to have enough of it for enough time for the body to kind of get that. We get enough supply, we can start, I don't know, building cells, doing something, destroying something else, and so on. Side effects. Okay. It can cause sleepiness or dizziness, which affect functioning. Should not be consumed by pregnant women. Okay, medications. So this is not for pregnant women. I don't know why, but just so you know, if you're pregnant or thinking about pregnancy, perhaps this is not the time. I don't know what happens after you have the baby and you're like breastfeeding. So is passion fruit good or not? Um, Check with your doctor. Okay. This is, oh, um, so this is the name of, oh, but we read that in a trial published in Phytotherapy Research. Participants drank daily dose of herbal tea um, with purple passion flower. Okay. After 7 days, they reported improvements in the quality of their sleep. So this is for purple passion flowers. Mine, I think, have some purple in them, but I don't know what they call purple. The fruit itself is getting purple when we have it. Some trials suggested purple passion flower may also relieve anxiety. In a journal, Anesthesia and Analgesia examined the effect on patients scheduled for surgeries. Patients who consumed it reported less anxiety than those who received placebo. So that's again, I believe, the usual randomized, double-blind randomized control test, Spirit Nova, as a sort of kind of a regression model, if I'm not mistaken. That's what was the usual. I don't know if this is the case for this research. Soothing the stomach. Okay. Help treat stomach problems. Stomach. Passiflora foetida is more commonly known as stinking passion flower. Stinking. In a study reported in the Indian Journal of Pharmacology, researchers examined its potential for treating stomach ulcers. They found it helpful to alleviate ulcers in rats and showed antioxidant potential. So antioxidants, if you're one of the people who read about antioxidant, is antioxidant? So antioxidant is basically what stops the blood from yeah, oxidation. That means we inhale O2, right? And then when it gets absorbed in the body, then the remnants of the oxygen, they are chemically responsive. And those chemical reactions cause us to age and to have a multiple. It's kind of like we have inner rust, okay, by breathing. So the same thing that gave us life kind of makes us rusty. And so antioxidants prevent the oxidization by tying into those O1s and um, and basically preventing us from having this inner rust or this inner decay. This is antioxidants. So, in another study reported in Biomed Research International, scientists examined Passiflora ceratodigitata. Okay, so this is an and okay, so every one of these names is another type of passion fruit. Um, they created an extract from its leaves and stems. So this is the leaves and the stems. This is not the flower. I'm drinking the flower. And this showed to promise treating ulcers in rats, but more research is needed on humans. Okay, so we don't know if that can be translated to people. Um, leaves. So the leaves, if you eat the leaves, you can eat the leaves, especially when they are tiny. Then you can eat some of the leaves. If you have the passion flower, the passion fruit plant, so you can let you take a little bit from kind of trimming the 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 little leaves, but leaving out more little leaves so you can get the plant to grow. And the bigger leaves you can also steam. So the little ones you can eat. Okay, you can just eat them. They're kind of sweet as well, they have a strong flavor, but they're kind of sweet. The bigger ones are a bit bitter, and everything that is a bit bitter is always good for the heart, unless you're, I don't know, you're having cyanide or so, which is not the case. So, what are the potential risks? According to the NCCIH, passion flower is generally considered safe. There can be sleepiness, dizziness, and confusion. Why confusion? I don't know. I don't know. Calmness is one thing, confusion is another. And it should not be taken with sedative medications, not safe for pregnant women or breastfeeding women, so both cases to use it, may induce contractions if you are pregnant. Um, so this perhaps if you do, I don't know if it is good for people in a situation where they do want to induce contractions, like during labor. So would it be good to give them? But because maybe for other reasons, but if it's not good for breastfeeding, then I guess it's not something you want to have to induce contractions. What I, as an aromatherapist, what I would recommend in inducing contractions, if you're not allergic to it, then orange oil, because orange oil helps you to breathe a bit deeper. It opens up, allows you to breathe a bit deeper. And by taking the deep breath in, okay, I did not have children. Okay, so I did not give birth to children. I'm saying this from what I learned, not from knowledge from experience, which is also important. Um, and so when you take the deep breath in, then it's like orgasm. Okay, the breath is supposed to be orgasmic. Not that you are to any blame if it is not. It's just that the concept is that we are taking a deep breath in and then we contract naturally. And so that's why orange is so good when you are in labor. Um, and and then you take that deep breath in and it induces contraction. My assumption, and maybe I'm wrong, is that passion flower causes you this calming, and so you can breathe more deep. And if you are pregnant and you're that calm, it may induce contractions, or it is something else that is actually awakening the system and contracts things. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that it helps to produce GABA, but maybe not. Like, I really don't know. So, not for pregnant or breastfeeding women. How can you take passion flower, add it to boiling water, herbal tea? So, mainly tea. So, liquid extracts, okay? Capsules and tablets. I haven't tried liquid extracts. Capsules and tablets are, of course, the less preferred way to organize herbs. Always talk to your doctor before using it as a treatment. I just drink it for recreational um, and or maybe for my moon days. I don't know. Like maybe that's a moon days remedy. They can help you assess the potential benefits. What did I click here? And risks. Now, this one, and now we are at 2650. So we had 355, then 2650 as timestamps. I'll try to remember that. And now I want to learn about passion flower, but for magical uses. Magical and spiritual, so I will uses. Okay. Dried. Okay, yes, we do have. This one is called Winged in the Night. Winged in the night. Wings in the Night. Interesting name. So this is a shop for pagan stuff. This is passion flowers. But I see. Okay, say the gender is feminine. The planet is Venus, which makes sense. The ascendant was in Libra. Okay, and ruled by Venus, with Venus in Gemini in the ninth house. So me teaching about the magical uses of a flower that is associated here is say with Venus. I also associate it with the sun, but they have probably good reasons to associate it with Venus. The element is water, uses for peace, sleep, and friendship. So let's see. Okay, so element water. Dried passion flower can be added to potpourri or hung on a sachet to calm problems and troubles, bringing peacefulness. So this is associated with bringing pieces into the house. It also works well in love magic or friendship working. Now, love magic, I always it's about manifestation of love, of relationship, of this, of that. Or no, it's not the Venus wisdom on the Venus day, but I'll just say it anyway. When we do love magic or manifestation or whatnot, we always tend to what we desire in essence rather than a specific person. Because what we desire for our highest good, because for our highest good is to meet what we desire or what we need in our lives and allow for that to arise, whether it's with someone or not, like, that. So, friendship and magic. If you carry some with you, it can attract friends and popularity. Okay, I will try it. It is also a good addition to dream pillows or sleep sachets placed below your pillow to aid for restful sleep. I just put one flower kind of underneath my head where I sleep. I love to sleep on it. And I think you heard me saying that in other episodes where I'll just put something underneath my pillow and I'll sleep on it. So that I would find a solution or that I would gain wisdom and so on and so forth. Um, and here it helps you with sleep, so energetically also to add it. This is supplied, okay, that is how they supply it. So they have all 4 tablespoons in each one. So this is one magical, oh, let's see, here is another. So it is not, oh, wow, it is not to rise passion, but representation of passion of Christ. So this is a more Christian orientation for the use of it. So the stabs are seen as the nails with which Christ was nailed to the cross, and the 3 anthers may represent the hammers to use to drive them in, or the Holy Trinity. The corona is not the COVID, is the colorful filaments are interpreted as the crown of thorns or Christ's halo, while the corolla is said to represent the 10 apostles without Judas and Peter. Interpretations may vary, but they all follow along these lines. Passiflora is a highly diverse genus of mostly tropical species, so various climates. Okay, magical. Natives of the Amazon saw a helpful plant ally that is in times mixed into ayahuasca brews to intensify the visions. So you smoke it? I never did ayahuasca, so I don't know. So passion flower basically increases. Oh, I need to try and burn it. Can use for meditation to help calm an overactive mind and finding inner peace. It may be used for dream work. I want to do an experiment of trying to burn one. Will you follow me? So I'm not doing ayahuasca in any way, shape, or form, but let's experiment with this. I should have the thing that burns the thingies, and I should have a flower. So let's try maybe this one. Okay, it smells good. This is definitely not a stinky one. And so let's try to burn it. Okay, do I have matches? I do have matches. And it's not yet dried, so I don't know if it will work. But this is... Hello. Okay. And there I am. So this is burning. Now I smell maybe the match. It smells good. It kind of smells like you cook something when I burn it. I burn it fresh. Kind of smells like you cook something. I don't know. And well, the match is also. I don't think I'm particularly high. I just smell like something burned. But yeah. Weird. Okay. Um, I hope you enjoyed this. Here we have another one. Energetic properties. Mine is purple. So it's white and purple. Yeah, like this. Mine looks exactly like this, and the fruit becomes purple when it is ready. Christ properties. Okay. Attain wholeness, enlightenment. Oh, this one is the purple. So no, mine is white. Mine is like this. White with a bit of purple. This one is completely purple, and this is not the type of flowers that we have. Oh, releasing the negative energies of phones. I should dry one next to my phone. Ritual worships, ayahuasca. Okay, that's just lovely to read. These are the chakras. Yeah. Channeled by Gurudas, the spiritual properties of herbs. So this is Anima Mundi, apothecary. If you have any experience with passion flower magically or medically, then feel free to write it down and share our experience. I enjoy the tea. I find it nice and calming. I'll get me another cup. And thank you for watching this episode with me. Bye-bye. And of course, if you have questions, then you can post them. You can subscribe to me. I'm made to love magic 1 strudelgmail.com for people who want to support my work and feed me, to allow me to have more time to grow my plants, to make these videos, to heal myself, and hopefully to be able to feed both myself and people around with the potatoes I grow and other stuff that grow in my garden. So thank you so much, and bye.